about half an hour northeast of downtown Buffalo.
Take a slight right turn.
Tucked away in Amherst is the Buffalo Niagara Heritage Village.
Each of the buildings on our campus were moved here for a different reason.
Carrie Stiver is the executive director of the Heritage Village. 10 buildings, outhouses included, call this little settlement home. The Williamsville Schoolhouse is our first stop. It dates back to the 1880s, from the desks to books to the water canteen and ladle to chores.
They were responsible for gathering the wood for the stove or sweeping the floor. And
school children and adults alike step back in time. The building was used until the 1960s, so for some, it's a bit nostalgic too. To keep their story going,
we actually don't climate control the buildings.
Stiver says it would do more harm than good. Besides, Mother Nature does enough of that already.
The wood and the glass and the other materials that these buildings are made out of will react pretty strongly to those extreme fluctuations.
And we've seen a lot of that. As Stiver says, they keep a close eye on the wood around the windows.
We just make sure that we're keeping up with any repairs that need to happen.
But it's not as simple as patching a crack. They must follow what's known as replace in kind guidance.
Really just means replace whatever you're taking out with an exact replica, down to the exact type of wood.
Stiver's background is in museum and materials conservation. The rest of the team tasked with keeping the Transit Road Church original stained glass windows and all standing have carpentry and construction skills. But not everything gets TLC. Some parts remain the same.
And so we left this, which we call a preservation patch. And so it's just an area on the door that we didn't paint.
That brings us to our final stop, the Hoover House, and the importance of paint.
The museum did an analysis of paint samples from various surfaces.
They found the original colors of the 1860s house. Paint is another tool of preservation, but it also adds to the experience.
You start to realize the things that are around you in your daily life now are directly related to the people who would have lived in a house like this.
It's a lot of work and it's not cheap.
Think about what it takes in terms of resources and energy just to maintain your home that you live in. And now imagine that you had 10 of those and they were all over 100 years old.
But Stiver's smile right there shows the reward is priceless. Brianna Foose, Spectrum News.